Alright, so you guys are probably here for the Windows 11 ISO. The official one, not the leaked version. Unfortunately, that doesn't exist. Although Microsoft has released Windows 11 to the developer channel of insider people, you can only upgrade directly and you can't actually install it on a new PC using just an ISO. So we'll have to create our own ISO. The softwares we'll need to make our own Windows 11 ISO are VirtualBox, or you can use just normal hardware for this, and ImageBin, which we'll need to actually make the ISO. Aside from that, we'll also need Windows 10 21H1, which you can download from the official Microsoft website. So after installing VirtualBox, what you want to do is create a new virtual machine. And that's not how you create a new virtual machine. Here we go. Call it whatever you want. If you call it Windows 10, for example, Windows 10 to 11. As you can see, it automatically changes from Windows 7 as it was before to Windows 10. Now, I actually have 60GB of RAM in this computer, so I could set this to 4GB, also known as 4096 megabytes, because I'll just make it a lot smoother. Now, create whatever size of hard disk you want. I'm just going to set it to dynamically allocated at 50GB. And now, something else you want to change is, depending on how many cores your computer has, give the system about half the cores that your computer has. For example, I have 8 cores. This is actually a Ryzen 7 4700U PC, so I have 8 cores. So I'm just going to give it 4 cores, alright? Now what you want to do is, as you can see here, optical drive. You want to choose a disk image, not that one. Wherever you have your Windows 10 21H1 ISO, select that, choose that, and then press start. It will boot up to the Windows 10 install menu, where you can just normally install Windows. So once you've set up all of the accounts and everything, what you want to do is go to settings and then updates and then Windows Insider program. Ignore the isn't activated message. Go to updates and security, Windows Insider program, and enable optional diagnostic data. Go back to Windows Insider program and press get started. Link your Microsoft account. You will actually need your Microsoft account for this, unfortunately, but that's just the reality. If you're getting this issue that Windows 11 is not supported on your PC, all you want to do is navigate to this website, which explains how to install it on unsupported hardware. Thank you, newwin.net. Go to registry editor, aka regedit.msc. Follow the instructions of the website. As you can see, applying the registry edits and going to Windows settings and updated security and Insider program now, we are in the dev version. This means we will get the Windows 11 update. Updating Windows, we'll check for the updates and it should show us Windows 11 installed. Eventually, you'll reach the screen. Just hit restart and let it do its thing. So eventually, we'll boot up to Windows 11. Now, to prove to you that this is actually the official Microsoft Windows 11 Insider build and not the leaked ISO, as you can see, new action menu, a new context menu, and a new settings app. Alright, so what you want to do now is go to command prompt and paste this command. This will be in the link in the video description. The computer will restart into the default admin account, and from there we can delete the account that we made to upgrade Windows 10 to Windows 11. Now that we booted into Windows 11 as the default administrator account, we will delete the old account that we previously made. To do this, we need to go to Settings, Accounts, Other Users, select the old account, for me in this case it was admin, and press Delete Account and Data. That's it. After you've deleted the old account, simply run disk cleanup to delete any residual files that are on the system, and then once that's done, go to disk management. One thing you also want to do is make sure that you shrink the Windows volume down as far as it can go. For me it was 20.32 gigabytes. And then make sure to actually name the Windows volume Windows. This will be useful later. And out of the free space, make another volume and call it image. In the image volume, make a folder called Scratch. I forgot to mention this, but you will also need to copy this unattend.xml file and paste it in to your c/windows/system32/sysprep folder. This is going to be very important. The link for the entire article will be in the description. Now we can shut down the computer as we've done all we need to do. We are at reboot for now. Make sure to press generalize and then press OK. Now when it restarts into the OOBE setup panel, just turn it off. Also load up the 10 forums article because that will come in useful. Start the virtual machine. Make sure that the Windows 11 21H1 disk is actually inserted. When it tells you to press enter to boot from CD to DVD, do so. Now here, press Shift F10, or if you're on a laptop, FN Shift F10. Type in disk part. Also type in list vol, press enter, and eventually disk part will show you all of the volumes that are on your PC. Now, pay particular attention to the volumes that are called Windows and Image. As you can see, my Windows volume has the drive letter E, and my image volume has the drive letter D. These will come in very useful later. Now we will run the command that will take the Windows install and turn it into a bootable image. What the first flag is doing is it's looking at the capture image location where you actually want to save it, and this is where the drive letters we found out earlier will come in handy. As you can see, we made the image drive as D, and that's where we're going to save the image. So we're going to save it as d/install.wim. The second flag is for the capturing, where the Windows install is located, and that is on the E drive. The third flag is for the scratch dir, where it does its temporary work, and that is once again in the D drive. If you don't understand my explanation, take a look at the 10 forums article. Eventually, your screen should look like this. You can now turn off the virtual machine. After you've turned off the virtual machine, you want to go to the location where all of the files are stored for the VM. Now for me it was my user folder, VirtualBox VMs, and then Windows 10 to 11. Now you want to select the WDI file and then open it in 7-zip if you have it installed. If you don't, I would recommend installing it. Now you can hunt around a little bit to find the exact file. This is the Windows drive right now, so that was the wrong one. And here's the right one. As you can see, the install.wim is right here. What you want to do now is just create a folder where you can copy the install.wim file. I've already done so, as you can see, and also create another folder inside that folder called 21H1. Now with the Windows 21H1 install DVD that you hopefully still have, mount it and then paste it into that 21H1 folder. Now I already had done this, so I'm just going to skip over this part. After the files from the DVD have finished copying over to the 21H1 folder, what you want to do is take the install.wim that we made and then paste it in the 21H1/sources folder. Now you'll see an error saying that there's already install.wim in there, but that's the Windows 10 install.vim. So we'll be replacing that with the Windows 11 one. Now that you've replaced the Windows 10 install.vim with the Windows 11 install.vim, what you want to do is open up ImageWin, that software that we installed a while ago, and press Create Image from Folders. Now select the folder that you've saved the Windows 21H1 files to. For me it was this PC, Windows stuff, and the 21H1. And then select the destination where you want to actually save the ISO to. I'll be choosing the same location and calling it Windows 11 22,000.51, as that's the build version for the insider version of Windows. What you want to do now is go to Advanced, and in the Boot Image tab, navigate to your 21H1 folder, boot, and then press efsboot.com. Now you can start the ISO making process. Select yes here, and then you can put in any name you want. For me, I'm just going to put it in Windows 11. And that's quite literally it. We have made a Windows 11 insider build ISO, and as I said, you don't have to follow all of these steps. I'll be uploading the ISO that I made in the description. The rest of this video is just going to be me installing this 22,000.51 ISO on a brand new virtual machine to prove to you that it actually is legit. Thank you for watching. If you want to stick around to see the proof, you can. Otherwise, you can leave now. Bye. time. Alright.